Hello, Room 13. It's Miss Martinez, and I'm here with another math lesson today. I hope everyone's having a great week and everyone's being safe and healthy in their homes with their families. Let's see what we're going to be doing today. So, today we're going to be working on problem set for lesson 16, and the objective is, see, it says use visual models to add and subtract two fractions with the same units. Okay, got it. Let's get started. Before we begin our problem set, I want to show you something. So we're going to be adding and subtracting fractions today, but before we do that, I want to show you something. I'm going to make a tape diagram here. And let's see, I'll cut it into fourths, okay? And I'm gonna write a number sentence here, and I'll say 1/4 plus 2/4. So that means I'm going to go in and shade in 1/4. And I'm going to add 2 more fourths. 2/4. So 1/4 plus 2/4 equals what? 3/4, right? 1, 2, 3. Agree or disagree? So keep this in mind when we're doing our problem set. And if you pay close attention, you see that my whole is 4, right? I'm working with fourths. So I didn't change my fourths, right? I didn't add 4 plus 4. So we have to be careful not to do that, because sometimes we can make that mistake of adding the denominators. But now we know that we're not supposed to, right? Because it looks like they're both 4s. Let's do one more. Let's see if I do this. So I have fourths, and let's pretend I tell you I want to add 2/4 plus 3/4. Okay, got it. First thing I know is that this is my whole, right? This is my whole. My whole is fourths. So I'm going to shade in 2/4, and I need to add 3/4. 1, 2. Oh, it looks like I need to add 1 more fourth, right? 3/4. So now I can add my fractions. 2/4 plus 3/4 is 5/4. Agree or disagree? And it looks like this is an improper fraction, right? But I also can write it as a mixed number. If we pay close attention to the diagram here, we could see that we have one whole, right? One whole is shaded in. And how many more fourths are shaded in? Looks like 1/4, right? So 5/4 is the improper fraction, and now I change it to 1 and 1/4 as a mixed fraction. Okay? Awesome. Let's get started. So for problem set 16, the first thing I see is it says solve. For number 1A, it says 3/5 minus 1/5. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and write it here to make it easier for us to work with. So it says 3/5 minus 1/5. Well, I'm going to pay close attention, and it looks like I'm working with fifths, right? So 3 minus 1 I know is 2. 2 what? 2/5. Agree or disagree? Go ahead and do the rest on your own for number 1. Let's see, for number 2A, let's do number 2A. Now it looks like we have the numerical digits, right? Same thing. 5/6 minus 3/6. Oh, again I see I have common denominators, right? So now I could subtract, because I know that my units will stay the same, right? My denominator staying the same. 5 minus 3 is 2. 5/6 minus 3/6 equals 2/6. Okay, awesome. Now let's see. Let's go ahead and do number 3. Let's do number 3B. Looks like number 3A has been done for you, and it says use a number bond to show how to convert the difference to a mixed number. Problem A has been completed for you. Okay, let's do B together, okay? So it looks like it says 12/6 minus 5/6. And this is for number 3B. Okay, well, if I'm paying attention to my fractions, what can you see? Looks like we have common denominators, right? So now we can subtract, and we know that the denominator is going to stay the same. 12 minus 5 is 8, and we have 8/6. Oh, but what does this look like, boys and girls? Looks like an improper fraction, right? So let's write a number bond, and we know that a number bond, we're just decomposing the fraction, right? Well, we know that 6/6 is 1, right? 6/6 is 1. And we know that 2, if we would add 2/6 to that, that would be 8/6, right? So our improper fraction now, we can write it as a mixed number, and it would be 1 and 2/6. What do we think? Awesome. Go ahead and do the rest on your own. And let's see, what else can we work on together? Looks like for number 4, we're adding. Same thing we did with the subtracting, right? For number 4, it says write the sum in unit form. So instead of using digits, numerical digits, we're using the unit form. So we're just adding. For number 5, looks like we're adding 2. Now we have them in numerical. Now we see the numerical digits, right, in our fraction. So let's go ahead and do 5 together. 5A. It says 2/8 plus 5/8. Oh, What do we see? Do we have two common denominators? Yes, we do. And I know my denominator is not going to change. And I can add 2 plus 5, which is 7. 7/8. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Number 6. Let's see what number 6 says. It says, use a number bond to decompose the sum. Record your final answer as a mixed number. Problem A has been completed for you. Awesome. Same thing we did with subtraction, right? Except now we're going to add. Let's go ahead and do number B together for number 6. So it looks like we have 4 fourths plus 3 fourths. Again, I'm looking here. I have common denominators. So I know that my denominator is going to stay the same. And I'm going to add 4 plus 3, which is 7. Oh, looks like we have an improper fraction, so I have to do my number bond, right? And I know that 4 fourths is 1, right? Same thing as 1. And 4 fourths, and how many more fourths do I need to make 7 fourths? 3, right? 3 fourths. So now I know that my mixed number is going to be 1 and 3 fourths. Agree or disagree? Awesome. Let's go ahead and do 7A together. For 7A, it says solve. It says solve. Use a number line to model your answer. Okay, got it. So it looks like we're going to be making a number line. So I will go ahead and write my problem first. It looks like it's 7 fourths subtracting 5 fourths. Agree or disagree? Now what do we have to do, boys and girls? They're asking us to use a number line, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and draw our number line. So I'll go ahead and do that here. And now what I'll do is I'm going to plot mine 7 fourths on my number line. And I can go ahead here and label it. This is my 7 fourths. And it looks like I have to subtract 5 fourths. So what I can do is I'm going to go backwards, right? Because remember on the number line, when we go left, we're reducing, right? And when we're going towards the whole, we're adding, right? It gets larger. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know each time I jumped, each time I hopped over, I was hopping over. So this must have been 1/4. This was 1/4. This was 1/4. 5 fourths, right? 1/4. 1/4. We agree or disagree? So after we hopped backwards 5 fourths, we know that this must be what? 2 fourths. Agree or disagree? Go ahead and do 7B on your own. I know everyone will do an awesome job. Thank you, Room 13. Take care.